What's poppin'? Welcome back to my channel. I'll be reviewing the Braxtons, It Takes a Village. I don't know about you, but I actually liked this episode, and it kind of got sad at the end between Tamar and little Kevin Jr. But I thought this episode was good, and what I like about it the most is you got to see part of the Braxtons doing different things, a part of their lives, spending time with their family, friends, and I really enjoyed it and going on a date. Toni meets up with her mom at the restaurant so they could catch up. Toni being in France, and she has a little cold. And you should have seen the mother face when Toni said she got a little cold. The mother like, is this COVID, girl? Do I need to stay away? Toni like, Ma, you good? You good, Ma? The face Miss E made when Toni told her I had a cold was hilarious to me. So Miss E sits down and they catch up, and she tells her about she's worried about little Kevin. He's under a lot of stress, and Toni talks about her preparing for her residency at Las Vegas, and she tells this joke in front of the waiter and her mom. I thought the joke was cute. I don't know about you. And Toni is said, what do you call a bear with no teeth? Gummy bears. That is hilarious. At first, when you say it, you don't really want to laugh. You're like, that's corny. But it was funny. It was funny. I thought that little joke was cute. And I said, to me, you really can't be mad at Toni. Toni is like this innocent girl to me. That to me, she look like she can't do no wrong. That's just my opinion. And the waiter did not laugh immediately. And then he like, no, it's funny. Miss E was like, he just being nice, okay? He just being nice so he could get that tip, all right? The mama tells Toni, stick to what you're good at, singing, and don't tell no jokes. I was like, Toni don't have to just stick with singing. She just gotta perfect her jokes, okay? Just perfect them. Have somebody around and say, hey, that's good, that's not funny. And she could get some jokes in with her singing. She could do both. Long as she perfect the jokes. But I thought that joke was cute. And Miss E says that Trina helped her to find a dress. And I liked the dress. I thought the dress was pretty. And Toni is like, why did she do that? Toni don't have no clue why Trina helped her mom find a dress. And her mom was like, you don't remember? She like, you don't remember, girl? You said you was gonna set me up on a blind date. You was gonna find a man for me. Toni probably forgot because she busy with this residency tour, being in France, and got her own life to worry about. And Toni was like, I did not know you was serious, Ma. Toni was like, I didn't know you was serious, Ma. And they recall plenty of times their children try to set their mom up on a date. Tamar meets up with Carlos King to do a live podcast interview. Okay, Carlos King is the guy who knows all the girls in the industry, worked with all of them on TV, so he know these ladies and their personalities and what they bring to TV. He tells Tamar what he wants Tamar to talk about in the live interview. He wants Tamar to talk about the present, the past, and the future of where she at in her life and on television. And Tamar made this face where she was bunching up her face, her lips like this. I thought Tamar was too damn cute. She was too damn cute. At the end of the day, I'm just asking. I'm not trying to be funny, but is it me or do she get fillers on her cheeks? Cause her face look like her cheekbones look like it got fillers to me. I don't know. I could be wrong. But if you see a before after of Tamar cheekbones and now, it doesn't look like a natural cheekbone to me. That's why I'm asking, because I'm curious. It looked like she had fillers in her cheekbones. I said, Tamar, or if you are getting fillers in your cheekbones, cut it out. It's not pleasing on you. You're a beautiful lady. You don't need it. You don't need none of that stuff. You don't need plastic surgery, okay? You are a Braxton and all the Braxtons are beautiful. Okay, that's just my opinion. You don't need fillers in the cheekbones. Stop it. So, the interview with Carlos King actually broke my heart. It really did. I thought it was a sad part, and the crowd was definitely being messy. I mean, the crowd was working it. They was being instigators, child. I cannot with the crowd. So Carlos King actually asked her what made her get into TV, and she named a couple of shows, black shows. And so Tamar says those black shows were a blueprint for her family to be on the show. You don't really see black families on the show, and they can relate to the Braxtons and what they go through. Black families can relate to the show, because we all go through the same thing. We all go through rivalry with our siblings. We all fight, we make up, get back together, and fight again, I'm assuming. And he asked her, did it cause friction of her being a breakout star amongst her siblings? And she is saying that all her sisters bring something to the table. And I agree with Tamar. We love the Braxtons. We think the Braxtons are talented. They're beautiful, but they're not whole. Let's be clear. And it shows on TV. They're not whole as a one, where they are at peace with oneself. That's what I mean. So, do I feel like Tamar is a breakout star? I think Tamar is a star. And I think all the sisters are a star. I think each sisters brings something unique and individually to the TV. There are individual stars. What does a galaxy? One star does not make a galaxy. It's billions of stars. But I think they are traumatized sisters. Will they ever become whole? I would never know. Tamar talks about how the show shaped her as a whole, becoming a businesswoman. She was with Vince at the age of 26. I'm assuming she was with Vince for a long time. For a very long time. And sometimes people grow apart. The relationship just didn't work. I like Vince and I like Tamar. I like them both. I think they're both cool individuals. And he asked her, why did she come back to the show? Tamar is saying that she's a friend of the show and she's not being shady. She says she is a friend of the show because of her mental health. And she gets into those past years of being on TV. It brought friction upon her family, and it brought a mental breakdown on her mental health. And she been wanting to quit season 3 of the Braxton Family Values, because she said people kept on bashing her, and she was tired of being people punching bag. I said what Tamar said broke my heart. Cause I'm like, did she inform her mom and her siblings that she wanted to quit the reality because it was affecting her mental health? Cause I'm like, if that was the case, if she had that conversation as a mother, it is your job to protect your children. Miss E should have been more involved in Tamar's life and have daily conversations with her about, like, is this too much for you? If you don't want to film, you don't have to film. I don't know, because these people be under contracts. And I don't know how it works with the contract thing. I'm like, was she forced into doing TV because she was a Braxton? If my daughter told me she don't want to do the show, she not doing the show. I'd rather protect my child's well-being and her mental health than rather have money in my pocket. Let me tell you, God is a provider. He will provide always. To me, Tamar was in survival mode. Like anybody that works a 9 to 5. To me, it was like this reality TV was a 9 to 5 that Tamar did not like or want to be a part of. And I said she should have discussed that with her mom. She should have discussed that with production and her family. They should have to sit down. I feel like in the Black community, we stress about money so much that it affects our health. And we too, our bank account should be that strong where we be able to take months off and not worry about money. We should not work to strive for success that if it's affecting our health and our mental. Because what is the purpose of working if you're dead? That makes no sense. And it's a lot of people who die on jobs. It's true. That Wells Fargo lady, she was dead 4 days on a job. and nobody even noticed. Child, that was a mess. So don't let work stress you out. If you need a break, you need to tell somebody. Say, hey, I need a break. I need a break from these children. I need a break. I need some help. Don't never ever be afraid to speak up for your well-being, for your mental health, to protect yourself. How can we help you if your mouth is quiet? I don't know. And there's always hotlines if you need to call. And I think the reason why this part was sad, because Tamar almost committed suicide. And I said, at the end of the day, you know how many celebrities that brought us joy has killed themselves? Oh my God. Everybody can't carry the weight on their shoulder. And this is what Toni said at the end. It takes a village. I feel like it takes a village for an adult too. They need support, not just children. Adults need support so they can have the weight a little bit lifted off them. You know, you don't want all that pressure and load. Because everybody cannot carry that load, and it would crush them completely into depression and into suicide. And we do not need that. You are important, and we value everybody on this earth. Okay? Everybody's important. You are valuable, and you are loved. A lot of people go through this. Some people handle it differently. Some handle it with drinking, smoking, fornication, child, all kind of things. I don't know. So Toni is so cute, and she went to go visit her fitting at this very high celebrity stylist for her Las Vegas residency. I don't know about the outfits. I'm not a fashionista. I don't know nothing about fashion, but I did not like none of the outfits they had on Toni Braxton. Okay, I ain't like the purple dress. I ain't like the one-legged that's bodysuit. I thought that was just tacky. I'm sorry, it was just tacky. Toni is killing two birds with one stone. First of all, she trying to get her son into the fashion with this stylist. And he say he gotta see, because he haven't gotten nothing off the ground yet for Fashion Week. So her son is supposed to be walking in for Fashion Week at his thing. I don't even know the stylist. And she trying to hook her mother up, Miss E up. She trying to get her son work. And she trying to get her mother a date. I said, what's the purpose of being a celebrity if you cannot hook your children up with opportunities? That is a job of a parent. Hook them up with opportunities, but let them do the work sometimes. Don't do everything for them. Let them get something so they can get on their feet, and let them take it the rest of the way. The style like, hey, you overwhelm me right now. You want me to give your son a job and hook you up with a date? And he was like, his brother is 50. She's like, you trying to get me killed? Toni's mother would not like her setting her up with a man that's her child age. She would not like that. I hope they have better outfits that they showed on TV for the residency. And I hope she ain't using none of those outfits that she had on. Those two outfits they showed. I didn't like it. I don't know if y'all seen the scene. I just love the scene with Miss E meeting up with her girlfriends. Now, to me, this was a surprise. The girlfriends that she was meeting up for lunch to talk about the blind date that her daughter is setting up. We had Marla Gibbs, who I just adore and love, and she looked so wonderful. We had Angela Gibbs, and we had Judge Maybelline. Let me tell you, we watched Judge Maybelline over here, and I thought everybody just looked beautiful. And Miss E is talking about what her requirements for her man, that he gotta be tall, stable, and he gotta have a bag. And I'm like, I think the talk between them was cute, and Marla was just listening, honey. And then when Marla got to talking, she was being naughty. Oh my God. I thought it was cute what she was saying. She was like, I have to vibrate. Marla Gill was like, I have to vibrate on live, because they was like talking about their sex life at an elderly age. And they felt like, do you need sex at that age? And Marla Gibbs was like, I could do it by myself. Been that, did that, had that. You ain't missing out on nothing. I probably on life. And Miss E like, I can't talk about that. I said, when it comes from Marla, it doesn't sound weird. It sounds like a normal conversation, but when Miss E does it, it just like sounds like it's coming out of nowhere when she talks about it, and it sounds cringy. I'm sorry. Am I the only one that feels that way? Let me tell you, elderly people are freaks. That's how y'all got here, okay? That's how we all got here, all right? And they still freaks in elder age, all right, whether they could do it or not. In their age, they just be humpity hump in their elder age. I thought it was cute, and I thought it was good to see them. We need more things like this with Miss E hanging around people her own age, conversating about life, and what does the elder people go through? What do they need in life? I want somebody that I can laugh with, all right? I can feel comfortable with. I don't feel like you gonna bust me outside my goddamn head, all right? You better keep your hands to your goddamn self. I know that's right. And then Miss E actually goes on her date with the man. She was like, Miss E was being funny. I liked the man. I thought he was a down-to-earth man. I thought he was natural. I thought he was being himself. I thought he was somebody that you could laugh with. He seemed like somebody that you could find in your own neighborhood, like your next door neighbor. He's not part of the Hollywood shenanigans. And he like regular food. He was like, I laugh. He was like, do you have some black food? Let me tell you, I eat all kind of food. I eat Asian food, Southern food. I eat African food, West Indian food. Boo, I do not discriminate against food. As long as the food is seasoned and it's regular meat. Don't be feeding me no dog or no cat. Okay? Because I do not eat that. I thought the scene was funny at the end of the day, but Miss E was not interested. Miss E wanted a sophisticated man. She wanted a taller man. The man seemed like he taller than me. He seemed tall. But she said in old age, they shrink. Chad, I don't know how tall you want the man to be. That man seemed like he was tall. And I said, Miss E have every right to prefer whoever she want, because that's her taste, that's her preference. I think Miss E wanted fine cuisine. She wanted a man probably dressed in a suit, with long money. Oh, and the man could talk. Miss E wasn't getting a word in. And he wasn't asking nothing about her. He wasn't asking nothing about her. He was just talking. He was like, oh my God, are you done? Are you done, sir? Oh my God. She said, let's wrap this up because I got to go. She said, I can't take no more of this crap. I said, I have a suggestion. What they should have did. They should have did a speed dating around men that had money, that was sophisticated, around her type. I think she should have been the only woman there with different men, and she should have speed dated, getting to know each man, and she would have picked her own bachelor who she liked within the speed dating. That's just my opinion. That's how I think they should have did it to find her true love. She could have found a match, probably not. I don't know. So at the end of the day, it got even more sadder at the end of the show. Oh my God. Kevin Jr. was doing his therapy with Spirit. And somehow a medical issue arrived on set. He had a seizure while he was talking to his soon-to-be ex-wife, Olivia. And she contacted Tawanda to show up to see what was going on with Kevin. And I believe something happened. Because when Tawanda arrived, he looked like he was ill. And then his speech was very slurred. And I felt so bad. I felt so bad for this guy. Oh my God. My heart just melted for him. And I'm like, out of all the Braxtons, Kevin Jr. need the most work. He needs the most therapy because he's not taking his medication. Production had to go and get him his medication. And they said this began to develop after Tracy died, him having seizures. and they had to put ice on his arm because it was swollen. You could tell something was wrong with his arm too. But I don't understand why our paramedics didn't come to take him to the hospital, because he need to get checked out. He need to have MRIs. They need to check his brain and stuff like that. I don't know if that happened after production ended. I don't know. But he should have went to the hospital immediately and got checked out. Even though he was fine, he came back too after the seizure. Still, you cannot play with stuff like that. You cannot play with your health like that. Go to the hospital and get yourself checked out. Go to the doctor, do doctor visits. Take your medication. If you supposed to take the medication, take the right medication. Just don't be taking things people are giving you. That is sad. And then Kevin Jr. says that his soon-to-be ex-wife was to postpone the court because he had court the next day in Maryland. But he was in no shape to fly. The next day, Trina and his grandmother, Miss E, came to visit. And he tells him the whole truth. That his soon-to-be ex-wife, which is now his ex-wife, went through the court and she got the house and the kid and something else. I said, Kevin, she deserved the house. She deserved the kid. Because Kevin Jr. is not in no shape to take care of no kid. He's not in good shape to take care of no kid. Mentally and physically. That baby deserves to be with his mother. Because I feel like she's in better, stable condition. And if she got the kid, she deserved the house. That's just my opinion. Let's be fair. And I think that's the fair decision. Even if he did go to court, I think that was the right decision for the child to stay with the mom and she get the house. And Trina and the grandmother was giving their opinions that you should always be in the child's life. And I agree. Even though she got the child in the house, never stop being a father to your child. That child need you. If you can see them according to the custody agreement, but always, if you know that is your son, always be involved in your kid life. Don't never let your child resent you saying that my father and my mother was not in my life because they was too busy doing so and so. Because these kids gonna grow up and say, you was not there. What do you want me to do? Do you really have any say-so in my life? No. And some of these kids is getting famous. Simone Biles and what her mom is going through. She's famous now. It's like these parents, they don't be there. They don't do the work. And then when their kids get famous, they want to come into the picture. That's not how that works. So don't be that. I'm just using that as an example. So Kevin Jr., don't be that kind of parent. Always be involved in your kid life. Even if they don't become anything, child. They don't have to become nothing. Still be involved. And to me, I feel like Kevin is surrounded by a lot of girls. He needs male mentor peers that could mentor him through his pain, his anguish, and what he's going through. And I feel like he need a male counselor so he could get a male perspective on these things. That's just my opinion. I don't know because I'm a female. I have no idea. If you disagree, tell me why you don't think he need male mentors, because I feel like he need to be around men. That's just my opinion. I think he need to be around his father through this. But I don't know if they still work that out or not. And as a father, his father need to reach out to him. Not on TV, but behind the scenes and say, son, I'm here for you. Anything you need, counsel him on what he need to go through. Or if he need to have... I'm not saying a female cannot get a male through what they going through. But I think he need a male perspective on what he's going through. That's just my opinion. And what was sad that when they was in a hotel, Tawanda said that you afraid to be alone. That man should have not been alone. Somebody should have been with him. In my opinion, somebody should have stayed overnight after he had that seizure. Because you know what? He could have had the seizure again. That is very dangerous. You can have seizures at any time. And you need somebody to watch you. And what if he would have had a seizure in the hotel, nobody did? He would have been dead on the bed. And nobody would have discovered him until morning time. But thank God it didn't happen. I didn't like that part with Tawanda. He said, you afraid to be by yourself? He have every right to be afraid. He had a seizure. That's scary. Oh my God. And I feel like the grandmother in her confession is saying that Kevin is going through tough times and he's in the valley. And I said they should have named that episode in the valley. I feel like the Braxton families, they're talented, they're beautiful, but I feel like they have a dark cloud over their life. I don't know. That's just me. When they come on TV, a dark clouds come over them. That's just my opinion. And I said, even in the valley of the shadow of death, you fear no evil. Whatever you face, God have you facing it for a reason, to make you stronger. Whatever don't kill you, it makes you stronger. God brought you this far, he will not leave you. You understand me? And I want to know how many of these people are opening their Bible and reading it. You have to read your daily bread so your soul could be stronger. At the end of the day, some people don't open their daily bread is because they don't want to grow sometimes. Or sometimes they mad at God. They're like, why am I going through this? Why am I reading this for? But at the end of the day, if God loves you, he will bring you back and he will restore everything that was taken away from you. I promise you that. He will restore all things 100-fold that was ever taken away from you. But always take care of your kid. Thank you for listening and have a good day.